because everything is pervaded with the one consciousness that's manifesting this world.
And if you know that this is an intelligent system that we're all a part of, then you know that your life is also a part of that intelligence. This is a one verse song, a one song. It's all one.
For much of my life, I've struggled with the idea of oneness. Nice concept, but I suspected it was a hallucination or an altered state one had to work hard to achieve, or that somehow was mystically bestowed on a person if they meditated the right way for the right amount of time. The truth is, there's nothing mystical about it. There are numerous metaphysical portals through which we can come to experience the sensation of oneness.
You do not live in a world that is dead, but vitally alive. It's vitally important for you to connect with nature and deepen your connectedness with nature. The disconnection from nature cannot be separated from the disconnection with your own deeper nature. So humans are disconnected from nature because they're disconnected from their own nature, who or what they are in their essence. So to give more attention to nature can also help you to awaken the connectedness with your own nature, because everything is pervaded with the one consciousness that's manifesting this world.
The dimension of oneness sits outside the reach of our five senses, at a level both before and beyond them. But it can be accessed by deepening our awareness of the living energy within our body and the living energy within all living things, as all life stems from a universal source. And to know the source is to know oneness itself. So living beings, human or animal, can act as portals through which we can come to experience a sense of oneness.
If you have an animal in your home, that's also nature. And we know how healing it is to have an animal presence in your home, a dog or a cat, to give attention to the animal, look into the eyes of the animal and realize what you ultimately love in the animal is invisible. But there is a presence there. And that presence, in the cat, in the dog, there is a presence, and that presence is what you love. And that presence is the sacredness of every life form. It's the essence of every life form. And it's inseparable from the essence of who you are.
In pursuit of oneness and universal connection, a useful concept to hold in your mind is this: the idea that the living intelligence that beats your heart and guides your cells is the same force that animates all life, that makes trees grow, ignites suns, and holds our universe together. So we can come to access a deep sense of oneness simply by tuning our awareness into the living energy of the body, the sensations of physical life. And Dr. Wayne Dyer calls this the I Am presence.
Life, in all its activities, everywhere manifest, is God in action. The life in your body is weightless, and it is God. It is what you originated from. It is what you will return to. It is where my mom is right now. And it is only through lack of the understanding of applied thought and feeling that mankind is constantly interrupting the pure flow of that perfect essence of life, which would, without interference, naturally express its perfection everywhere. It's only 1 in a million people who spend any amount of their time giving thanks to the I Am presence that is your very essence, your being. Not giving thanks for all of the bounty that you have in your life and for your health and for all of the nice things, but to be in a state of gratitude for the awareness that who you are is this divine essence, this divine being. And it's staying in constant contact with the awareness that there is something divine that is what I am.
Gratitude is a powerful connector in that when we silently thank something, we connect through consciousness to that something. including the source of all things. And so, with gratitude, we can open up the sensory doors that connect us to the great I Am.
What gratitude does is it keeps you connected to that source which brings things into your life. It keeps that connection open.
Christ is said to have stated, "Be still and know that I am God." We find here another portal into oneness, the idea of stillness, stillness of mind. Be still and know that I am. The I am that dwelt in Christ, that dwells within you, and that inspires all life everywhere.
You're never more truly yourself than when you are still. Then you can sense the essence of who you are, the God within, the timeless within.
What also can connect us with all that is now. Everything exists now.
You are, in its deepest sense, you are the now, because the now is the presence, and this is why I speak of the power of now. The power of now is also the power of you, and not the personal you, but the you that remains and never was not connected, and always is connected, and always is an intrinsic part of universal power itself, universal consciousness itself, the one consciousness that underlies all phenomena.
When we dedicate ourselves so purely and wholly to what we're doing, let's say a simple task, a consciousness shift can take place which makes it feel like instead of being a person doing something, we're actually the universe itself taking care of a universal process. And that's because when we mindfully dedicate ourselves to a task, aspects of the ego and all thoughts of self and our identity seem to dissolve into the pureness of the task at hand. And this is when it begins to feel like the human disappears into the process and gives way to a sense of universal oneness. And this is how I actually accidentally once fell into a sense of oneness, by washing dirty dishes. I was feeling at that time very appreciative of all I had, which wasn't a lot, and was expressing my gratitude to each dish I had used. This involved acknowledging whatever I washed, from huge cooking pots down to the tiniest teaspoon. I was also thankful for being able-bodied enough to carry out such a task. And about halfway through this, a consciousness shift took place whereby I suddenly felt like I was no longer a human washing the dishes, but I felt more as though I was the washer, the washing, and the washed. Each dish I handled seemed to come to life in my hands, which was incredible. And after that experience, I was going around to people's houses and offering to do their dishes. I wasn't known for my joy of doing dishes, so my behavior may have seemed amusing.
So this intelligence, this divine intelligence, that this invisibleness, this organizing intelligence that flows through everything is also flowing through you.
So simple mindful tasks can all connect us with creation and make it easier to sense deeply within that we are one. And through oneness, great healing of the body and even our world can begin to unfold. All likes and comments help this channel grow and are greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching. And Wayne can have the last word.
These two words, I am, have so much power within them. I am is the full activity of God. For every time you say, I am not, I cannot, I have not, you are, whether knowingly or unknowingly, throttling that great presence within you. When you use the words I am, you are in union, you are in yoga with God.